Welcome to the Madroit Podcast. We bring you bite-sized marketing and sales insights to help you level up, no matter the size of your business. Tune in and answer the big question, what does marketing actually do?
Welcome everyone, Jordan and Winston here and ready to help real businesses turn leads into growth with clear, consistent, and conversion-focused marketing. Which leads us into our topic today, a key missing link in the marketing to sales journey, follow-up. Because getting the click is great, but honestly, if you don't have a system for what happens next, you're probably leaving money on the table. So for today, here is why follow-up is often the weakest link. Just to be honest, most businesses are pretty good about getting attention. Ads are running, leads are coming in, but once someone fills out the form, what happens? Leads don't get called for 2 or 3 days, no confirmation email or text is sent, maybe follow-up is manual or inconsistent or even forgotten. Leads go cold before sales ever even respond. And here's the stat that hurts the most. The first company to follow up wins the lead almost every time.
Yeah. Only 7% of companies respond within 5 minutes of a prospect's form submission. And
Wow.
50% do not respond until 5 days later.
Wow.
That's crazy.
That's insane.
Yeah. Ingredients wise, what's important here, you mentioned earlier, but speed, clarity, consistency. Respond within minutes, not hours or days. Make it obvious what the next step is for them and your team. And consistency. Have a system that fires every time automatically, not just when someone remembers. On top of that, it's not about just responding fast. It's about responding well and mindfully.
Yeah. And you mentioned a system there, and let's talk about what a real functioning follow-up system looks like. So baseline structure, right? You want instant confirmation, a friendly email or text, some form of communication that confirms that the submission was received. And it maybe sets expectations for what next steps are going to look like. And of course, always polite to say thank you. An automated follow-up series is another one, right? It could be a sequence of emails or text for the next maybe 3 to 7 days that provides value, reaffirms those benefits, and then encourages action. Sales alert and CRM task. So if they haven't responded, follow up again 3 to 5 days later with a simple, still interested. I think those are little things that can go a long way towards showing the client or the potential customer that you have coming in that you are engaged, you are paying attention to them, and you matter. So I think if even when a lead goes cold, you can drop them into a longer term nurture sequence to stay top of mind. So it may not be, hey, pick up where you left off every single time, but it could be something that just gives them a little bit more information and a nice drip sequence that encourages them to come back in. This can work for phone calls. It can work for Facebook leads, referrals. There's nothing that this can't really work for, right?
Absolutely. You don't need a 10-tool tech stack to make this work. You can have a very complicated system, robust, or it could be very simple. But some tools out there, go high level, full CRM automation with text, email, voicemail drops, which are pretty cool. Complete automation. You can use HubSpot or another CRM. Something like MailChimp or ActiveCampaign could work too, depending on the scenario. But something that automates into your system, whether it's a CRM or if you have to connect your form on your website to a different email service provider, your own email to come from you directly, something like Zapier, NAN, Make, something to automate that. There's ways to do it. You could use Google Sheets and Gmail if you're in that tech stack, but that takes some configuration, I would say some light development that not everyone's up for. It's not all about the flash. It's about making sure no lead gets lost, though.
Of course. And I think when we talk about making sure that no lead gets lost, we can kind of transition into what are some of those common mistakes that ultimately attribute to those leads getting lost, and that can ultimately kill conversion opportunities for folks that do come to your website. A few quick things that we see that can tank follow-up efforts fast are using no automation at all. So just relying 100% on your memory or spreadsheets. If you've tried it in the past, you know how fast things can fall through the cracks. I admittedly know this and how it goes personally. When you try to rely solely on your memory, you don't get more memory the older that you get. It's best to automate. Not personalizing any follow-up, even a merge tag, can make a huge difference, guys. Ghosting leads after the first call or quote. It seems silly and extremely counterproductive that you would ghost a lead after a first call or first quote, but it does happen. And then just forgetting to follow up on non-form leads, right? If it's a DM or a text or a missed call, making sure that gets logged somewhere, that you get a reminder to follow up. Because again, relying on your memory solely, not a recipe for success. I would say the best marketers, they don't just get attention. What they're really doing is building systems to carry that attention all the way to close. And those are the folks that are doing it really well.
Yeah, and how you follow up matters so much.
Huge.
It does so much for your business, your brand. It's not just a sales exercise. Follow up builds brand, it builds trust. It shows people how you are going to work with them. If you say you're going to do something like follow up after a call or after they've submitted a form, you better do so, because that shows you do what you say you're going to do. If you're fast, reliable, clear, professional, it builds trust. Every touch point is a chance to reinforce the value you bring.
I couldn't agree more. And I think in many cases, helping them understand that they have a need before they realize they have a need, or reaffirming them, or being an advisor to them, are all things that can happen within those follow-up discussions. Again, just to come back to what we discussed here, from click to close, the goal has to be simple. Make it easy for people to say yes. We talk on here all the time about reducing the friction, but for people to come in and buy from you, the same goes for leads. Don't let them go cold. Don't leave your team guessing, and build a follow-up system that helps people move and makes it easy for them to buy from you.
That's all for this episode of the Madroit Podcast. Please make sure to like and subscribe. If you have any questions that you want us to talk about on the pod, or want to get in touch with us, please visit madroitmarketing.com/podcast. Thanks for listening.